Right, Shalom. I want to start by saying Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Kahalayam Yahweh, Abashim Yashai, Abashim Kwakodash, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of our grand millstone, and Shalom to you sincere brothers out there pushing truth in the name of Yahweh, Abashim Yashai, Abashim Kwakodash, and Shalom to you believers also. All right, sky around four corners. Okay, I'm back here with another lesson. And this lesson right here is going into this question that was asked on my on the video I did. NWO ism for us Israelites. All right, and this question was asked was by a sister named Ava Beloved. All right, she asked a sincere question, and I thought I'll do a video going into the scatter of Israelites among these other nations. All right, so her question was this. Question was I've been wondering, are the aboriginals in Australia part of Israel? You know, and the answer to that is no. Okay, aboriginals are not Israelites. Okay, they are the sons of a Japheth. Okay, it's like one of the sons of Japheth. All right, so they come from one of the other son of Noah. All right, they don't come out of Shem. Okay, and then so what I said is here as a Shalom sister. The Aboriginal of Australia are not Israelite, but among them there's Israelites who were scattered among them. Alright, according to James 101, and it says I'll do a video on it, Lord willing. And she say, all praises, thank you, brother Shalom. Alright, so so I'm gonna go ahead and do this lesson right here. And after that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back and you know put this video under this right here because this comment was on my main page, GMS Australia Breeze, and now this video is gonna be uploaded on the GMS Australia 144. All right, so the if when you go into the history, okay, and of Israelites, they're gonna be scattered among all nations. All right, meaning so among the so-called Aboriginal of Australia, you're gonna find Israelites among them, but they don't know, And then, if there is elect among them, we're in the time we're living in right now, they are gonna come out. They are gonna come out among these heathen, okay, of the so-called Aboriginal of Australia. All right, and the crazy thing is, the reason why that today that nobody know where they come from, nobody know what their biblical name is. Only few countries, only it's like only few nations know their biblical name. The elite, they know that their lineage goes back to their father Esau. They know for sure. The Ishmaelites, the Arabs, they know they come from Shem. Like even the Persians, the Elam, all right. The Ethiopians, they know they come from Kushite. Some of the Nubians, I think they do over in the land of Sudan. They know they come from also Ham. All right, even though you have Israelites among the Nubians. All right, some of the right, there were Tutsi people also. They know they come from of Ham. All right. Okay. What else? There's a few countries that know who they are. All right, but the rest of them, they don't know. Cause why? Cause Esau has deceived the whole world, man. All right. So I'm gonna get a few precepts before I get into the whole part of scatter. All right. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 25, in verse 7. And he'll destroy in his mountain the face of the carving cast of all people. And that mountain right there is talking about Esau, the ruler of this earth right now. All right. Pursuant to the book of Job, Job chapter 9 verse 24 tells you the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, all right? And then when you go into the book of Malachi 1 and 4, it tells you who the wicked is, all right? It's the Edomites, and today the Edomites will be the so-called white people, all right? Okay, whether they be over there in America, UK, all right? Okay, the white race, because even among them, the white race, you have what? You have Israelites that look like that, man, okay? So not every person that look white is Edomite. There could be Moabite, all right? There could be the Japhetic, okay, there could be Hamite, okay, all right, or Israelites, man. So it says it, and he'll destroy in his mountain the face of the carving cast of all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. And that right there is being lifted up right now, man. That veil is being lifted up by the prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, we're coming out right now and we're telling the whole world that what who they are according to the Bible, and who the devil is, and why the things we see of today are like that. Okay, how the time has changed, a lot of things has changed, and who made to be like that, man. All right, the man who was given power to rule. Okay, ever since Esau came back in power. All right, during the Renaissance, he changed a lot. Okay, he changed a lot, and it's been nothing but lies, man. He has deceived all people upon our face of the earth. All right, okay, but the elect, you know, even us were deceived. But when our time came, Yahweh Shem Yashah gave us that what? He gave us the knowledge and the remembrance to know who we are as a people, man. And to what it's Yahweh Shem Yashah for that. All right. And then I know one thing that people always say is, oh, well, the Aboriginal went through, some shit. They were conquered. Even the people over there of New Zealand, the Maori. You got, even some of the Hamites got, they got truly fucked up by Esau. But that doesn't make them, Israelites. Even though you do have what you do have, Israelites among them. Okay, who protect, it's like who took a beating, or being punished by Yahweh Shimi Ashai for their sins. You know, so among the stuff that happened to the Aboriginal of Australia here, you had Israelites who were getting punished for their iniquity. All right, this is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse. And I'm just gonna get to the point. Amos 3 and 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I'll punish you for your all iniquities. Okay, that's another reason. The Jackson were among these, the Aboriginal, when the Aboriginal, they were getting mistreated by Esau, got their punishment. Okay, the Israelites that were among them, they got their punishment because what the iniquity. Yahweh Shem Yashai, did that, man. All right. Okay. All right. So let's go from there. Um. Right, and then and another reason why that happened. All right. Uh the the Aboriginal of Australia, in this type of condition they're in right now, is because the man who's ruling right now. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. You see, I the the it's like King David is not here right now. Yahweh is not here. Okay, Israelites are not ruling right now. Okay, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Nobody is rejoicing right now. All right, because the righteous people are not in authority. But when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn, and the wicked is ruling right now, Esau, and that's why you see people mourn. That's why you see people go through the things that they go through. Land be taken, conquered. All right. When you go to the book of Revelation real quick, I just get this scripture out. All right. This is the book of Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4. And there went another host that was red. Okay, that's Esau. The host represent power. And this power here, okay, is Esau. It's talking about Esau. This host right here, it was red. Okay. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And remember, when you go back to the book of Genesis, Esau, when he was born, he was all red and hairy, man. All right. And the power was given to him to that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Okay, and that's what Esau went doing when he came in power. He went around the four corners, conquering, taking peace from the earth, taking people's lands, countries, resources, nationality. Okay, yeah, that's what Esau did, man. Look, the so-called Aboriginal. This ain't their land no more, really. They took it. Esau took it by force. All right, he didn't even want to apologize to the so-called Aboriginal of Australia, and that happened to our people over there in the land of America also. The Native Americans, okay, the so-called Mexicans also. It happened to them. The other tribes, of the northern tribe, the northern tribes. All right, it happened to them. Okay, it says here, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword, and that great sword that was given unto him, he used it to conquer nations. All right, and he used the devilish mind of his to bring genocide among these other nations, man, among these other heathens. All right, so that's why you see, the Aboriginal go through the things they go through today, because Esau, the Maori, all these people who around here in these islands. All right, the people of here, what do you call them? The little island, called Ti, Torture Island. All right, because the man who's ruling isn't right, man. Okay, that's why it's like that, man. You know. So let me see. Was might have another precept. Could be. Hold up. Right here. Let me go here. Go to the book of Habakkuk real quick and see what I find. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. And who's that? The so-called white man. How's this Australian built on? Built on blood. Okay, establish a city by iniquity, man. Yeah, all right. That's Esau for you. So hey, his time is coming. Like on how, like when I was in how and I was, on Sunday, me and a brother, I was saying, how Esau, man, all these nations, they're gonna get their what? They're gonna get their turn to really put it on Esau, man. All right, they're gonna get it on, that time. Once we come in power, man, they're gonna be under us, and Esau's gonna be below them. All right, below them, man. This is the book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city, it is full of lies and robbery, and pride departeth not. And that's, America, man. All right. And guess what? You can use this scripture to what is it? To describe what happened over here in Australia. Okay, bloody city is full of lies and robbery, and the prey departeth not. Okay. Well, because among the Aboriginal, what do you have? You have Israelites among the Aboriginals, man. All right. It's the book of jumping to verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahshua hosts. I'll discover thy sketch upon thy face. I'll show the nations thy nakednesses, and the kingdoms thy shame. You see, and this is what's happening to Israel right now, especially over there in America. But guess who's under America? Australia's under America. All the iniquity that Australians did to the Aboriginal, you know, among the Aboriginal, there was Israelites among them. Okay, it's all coming out right now, man. It's all coming out. Okay, because they really are here, uh, prideful as fuck. You know. So, man, there's more you can go into when it comes to fucking Esau, man. There's a lot you can go into when it comes to this fucking demon, man. This damn devil. There's a lot you can go in and speak on with him. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 14 verse 6. I'm gonna start from verse 5, the Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and skeptic of the rulers. All right, Esau and all his power being taken out. Okay, his rulership. Okay, all the foundation that he have. All right, all that is gonna be taken out, man. In a minute. In a minute. When I say in a minute, it means like in short in time to come. Okay. Verse 6, who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke. Okay, that's easy for you to look what he is doing around. It's like what he did around the earth, man. Every nation's know who this guy is. All right, people are waking up to know that this damned man is a fucking devil. Even his own people are coming out going against him. So he that rule the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. Let me read that in NLT real quick. So you struck the people with endless blows of rage and held the nations in your angry grip with unrelenting training, tyrants, it's like, yeah, relentless persecution, man. All right. So verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Eventually, once this man goes down, the whole earth is going to be at rest and is quiet and they break forth into singing, man. Okay? Nations are going to be eventually, it's like these nations, they're going to be finally happy, man. They're going to, because what? We're going to be, Yahweh Shem Sharat, we make it out here, man, receive that crown in order, but we're gonna put these nations in order, and they're gonna be happy that we are ruling. All right, that we got them in order. All right, like how Esau got him, man. All right, verse 8, yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, sing, Sake, since thou art laid down, no fellow is come up against us. The trees, all that they're gonna sing. All right, the trees are gonna rejoice, man. The beasts also, man. Everything is gonna be all good, man. All right. Let me see this piece I was looking for. Right. Let me jump to verse 16. Uh, they that see thee shall now look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, and these shed kingdoms? Right, and this is Isaiah 14 and 16, right? Verse 17. Thou made the world as wilderness. Australia is a wilderness right now, man. These devils steady cutting trees down, fucking the river. You know what we preach at the river water used to be blue, now it's turning to fucking green. All right, no green, brownish. You got all sort of dirt in there, plastic bags, everything in our river right now, man. It ain't the same no more. He got the aboriginal living over there in desert, out of nowhere, no rights. He got them living as fucking homelesses over here in the cities, man. You know? Yeah. Thou made the world as wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof. Thou opened not the house of his prisoners. And eventually, this is what for you know, for us Israelites, man. All right, and that can go also for the people of here. Okay, that opened not the house of his prisoners, man. Verse 18: all the kings of all the kings of the nations, even of all them, lie in glory, even one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, thou go down to the stones of the pit, as caskets thrown under the feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in a burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Renowned, right, man? Eventually, East is gonna be taken out completely. After 1,000 years, there's no more of you, man. All right, that branch is gonna be boom, boom, cut off. No more growing. All right. Verse 28: prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor praises the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. All right, for I will raise up against them, said Yahweh Bashim Yeshua of hosts, and from cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant, son and nephew, said Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. I will also make it a possession for the beaten and pools of waters. I will sweep it with a besom of destruction, said Yahweh Bashim Yahshua of hosts. All right, bosom destruction, man. Them nukes. So because Babylon, it's like once America, known which is known as Babylon according to the Bible, right? Once it's taken out, there's no remaining of Australia be in power. Okay, they're gonna go with America, man, because Babylon, America will be the capital city for the elite. All right, and all these little countries like Australia, Canada, they all look up to who? America, man. The big, the big cousin, the big brother, whatever you want to call it, man. All right. So in the NLT says here, I will make Babylon a desolate place of ours, filled with swamps and marshes. I will sweep the land with the broom of destruction. I, Yahweh Bashim Yashah of heaven's armies, have spoken. All right. And that's what's coming for America, man. All right. And also, that we rich over here. Australia's going to be, they're going to see it. These fucking Edomites over here, they're going to what? They're gonna be afraid, man, and they won't raise up no more. Cause that's it for them. Who's gonna fucking stand up for them? Who's gonna stand up for Australia? Nobody, man. Verse 24. Yahweh Bashim Yashah of hosts have sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass, and as I have purposed, so shall it stand. Yeah. When you go to the book of Isaiah 55, one of this one of the scriptures I've been bringing out a lot. It says here, Isaiah chapter 55 verse 11. So shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. You see. So the words of Yahweh are not gonna fail. Whatever prophecy that was written to happen, they're gonna go ahead and happen, man. All right. Okay, and that's Esau being taken out. Okay, for oppressing Israelites, all right, you know, and for also oppressing these other nations. Okay, and these nations, they're gonna be happy, man. They're gonna be happy that this man is finally gone and taken out. All right, like finally taken out, man. All right, because Esau, one thing people don't realize is that when Esau came in and touched this Aboriginal of Australia, among these Aboriginal of Australia, there were what? There were Israelites among them. Okay, and so so Zechariah chapter 2 verse 8, for that said, for that said the Lord of hosts, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that touch you, for he that toucheth you, toucheth the apples of his eye, man. You see that? And that's what Esau did. You might think he did you were spoiling and devouring the Aboriginal of Australia, but among them there was Israelites among them. Okay, so verse 9, for behold, I will shake mine hand upon them, and they shall be spoiled to their servants, and they shall know that the Lord of hosts have sent me. All right. In NLT, in verse 8 says here, after a period of glory, the Lord of heaven, his armies, sent me against the nations who plundered you. For he said, anyone who harms you harms my most possession, it's like a precious possession, and that's Israelites who might have been among the Aboriginal of Australia. Okay, which is this lesson is taking me into going into the reason why, and it's like the punishment that happened to the Aboriginal of Australia. There were Israelites among them that took that punishment as well. Okay, and today, when the time comes, Do you have Aboriginal of Australia gonna wake up to the truth? That look like the Aboriginal of Australia? That, we're gonna call, it's like whose lineage go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? All right, but they look like Aboriginal of Australia? Yes. And are they Are they the sons of Japheth? No. They're Israelites by blood, man. Okay. That's who's gonna get this truth right here, man. Okay. In verse 9 in NLT says, I will raise my face to crush them, and their own slaves will plunder them. Then you know that the Most High of heaven armies have sent me. So Esau, man, he got a lot to pay for, man. All right, he got a lot to pay for. So right there, that's part one of of what really happened. What Esau did to Aboriginal. What he did around the four corners, the deceiving, the destroying, the taking land, doing all that. But hey, I'm saying, among the Aboriginal of Australia, there is Jakes, okay? There is Israelites. So I'm gonna do part two as well. This is part one, 26 minutes. I wanna, do two parts. So, when she watches, she can watch part one, and part two. I'm gonna touch on James 1:1 and give you more scriptures just to make the points, just to show her that our people are scattered around the four corners, and then the curses, it will always be there, man. Upon him, as we're still here right now. Okay, the curses are not lifted up yet until Yahushua returns, man. So hopefully that was edify, and a tawada to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Kwakadash for giving the spirit to do this session right here. Hey, Shalom.